All right, let's dive right in. Over the next few minutes, we're going to put together your playbook for leadership in 2025. Why? Because the world of work is accelerating like crazy. And let's be honest, the strategies that got you here probably won't get you there.
So, let me start with a pretty direct question for you. Is your leadership style really ready for what's just around the corner? Because, whether we're ready for it or not, the ground is literally shifting under our feet as we speak.
That old rule book we all used to follow, it's pretty much broken. Things like AI, the new reality of hybrid and global teams, and just this relentless pace of change, they are completely rewriting what it even means to be a successful leader today.
Okay, so let's break this down. We'll start by looking at the specific challenges that leaders are grappling with right now. What does this new landscape actually look and feel like?
We're talking about trying to integrate AI while also managing teams scattered all over the globe. We're trying to close these skills gaps that seem to pop up overnight, all while prioritizing our team's well-being, and on top of all that, leading with a super clear ethical compass. This isn't some far-off prediction, right? This is the new normal.
But here's the thing, navigating all this complexity isn't just about survival, it's about actually thriving. And if you get this right, the reward is huge. We're talking a massive 25 to 30% boost in both employee engagement and productivity. The upside here is just undeniable.
So how in the world do we capture that upside? Well, it takes a completely new playbook. Let's really get into the essential skills that are going to define great leadership come 2025.
First up, emotional intelligence, or EI. And let's be super clear, this isn't some soft skill anymore. It is a core competency. It's about being able to read a room, even a virtual one, and actively making your team's mental health a priority. In this hybrid world, EI is probably your most powerful weapon against burnout.
Next, let's talk adaptability. Your ability to pivot is just non-negotiable. And how much does it really matter? Well, highly adaptable leaders are a full 40% more effective at managing change. They're not just sitting back and reacting, they are anticipating what's next and leading through the disruption.
And you know what? Leaders are already on this. A solid 65% of executives are planning to invest in AI upskilling for their teams. That tells you everything you need to know. AI literacy is no longer some niche skill. It's becoming a fundamental piece of leadership, absolutely essential for making smart, data-driven decisions. All of this really points to a massive shift in the leadership model itself. We're moving away from that old-school top-down hierarchy and into a more collaborative network. And this new model, it's all built on trust and influence, not just authority. The big takeaway here, your title matters so much less than your ability to build genuine trust.
And of course, this new way of leading has a direct impact on talent, because great leadership isn't just about how you lead, it's about who you're leading and how you bring them in and help them grow. So that brings us to the future of talent strategy.
The big idea here is really a change in mindset. We're moving way beyond just managing people. The new imperative is to proactively develop human potential. To build the skills your company's going to need tomorrow, starting today. A modern approach completely transforms every piece of the talent strategy. When it comes to acquisition, we're using AI for more objective screening. For development, it's all about personalized learning paths. Retention becomes proactive, with real-time feedback and a focus on well-being. And succession planning? It becomes predictive, getting future leaders ready way before you even need them. And let's just double-click on that retention piece for a second. The return on investment is crystal clear. When you invest in meaningful well-being initiatives, you can see a 25% gain in employee retention. That is a seriously powerful outcome that hits the bottom line directly. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Let's make this really actionable and map out your personal path to becoming a more influential leader. Think of it as a three-step journey. It has to start with you, assessing your own EI and practicing your adaptability. Then, you expand that influence to your team by empowering them and being really inclusive in how you communicate. And finally, you apply these skills across the whole organization by leading big projects and building coalitions. It's a natural progression, right? From self-awareness to wide-scale impact. So let's pull all of these threads together. What does a truly future-ready leader, someone who masters both leadership and talent strategy, what do they actually do? The future-ready leader takes this really integrated approach. They see talent as their single most critical strategic asset.
This means they spot potential super early, they tailor development to what each person is good at, and they use their influence to create a true culture of growth. They use tools like AI not just for efficiency, but to build a more resilient and capable workforce.
And please, don't underestimate the human element in all of this. A full 70% of leaders are now focusing on what they call empathy-driven succession planning. What does that mean? It means they're looking beyond just pure performance numbers to find future leaders who have the emotional intelligence it takes to lead today's teams.
So, if there's just one idea you take away from this whole thing, I hope it's this one. The future doesn't belong to managers, it belongs to developers of people. It belongs to leaders who are actively building talent.
Which brings us right back to you. After everything we've talked about, emotional intelligence, adaptability, influence, what is the one skill from this playbook that you are going to intentionally practice this week? Just pick one and start tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.